Hey, I would like to just get right into it. What's going on? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice. However, I want to get straight to one individual that I hope watches the first little bit of this, because I've been in the space since late 2013, 2014, somewhere in there, and the whole FTX debacle definitely burned a lot of people. Trevor, if you do watch this, I know a lot of people are going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but all I could say to you is just be careful. There's going to be attractive deals. Crypto is here to stay. Blockchain is here to stay, but there's going to be attractive deals. People are going to come to you with, well, you should get into this and you should get into that. You should do this and you should invest in that. Just be careful. Do your due diligence. If you don't have the right people around you to investigate and do this research, don't get into it. Unfortunately, Trevor's not the only one. Tom Brady, Giselle, a number of other famous people have got into it. So we can't just call them out. But it looks like, these three celebrities, including one of my favorite quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence, who endorsed the failed FTX crypto exchange and, I guess settled. They agreed to settle the claims. And this particular one involves Kevin Paraft and Tom Nash, who were cited in the Friday court filing. And I just wanted to get this out quick because I know I'm a small YouTuber. I know I don't get a lot of views, so you're probably not going to stay on it. Hopefully you didn't quit it. But my point is, Trevor, just be careful who you keep around you. If it's not people you can trust, you need to find a different circle. And don't jump into something without doing the proper research first. If everybody had, including Tom Brady, who probably has the resources to do so, Giselle, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry David, they have the money and the resources to have done a thorough investigation. They probably would have found some things, but FTX wasn't volunteering that information anyway, so it would have been a little bit hard. All I could say is just be careful. I'm glad to see NFL personnel utilizing crypto or taking payment in crypto, but just be careful out there, brother. Good luck this weekend. Kansas City is no slouch. Travis Kelce's a dog. Mahomes is a dog. Chris is back, unfortunately for us. So just do your best. Move out of the pocket. Be smart with the ball security. That's all I can say. Good luck to you. Just wanted to get that out. Hopefully you do watch this video. But as far as the rest of my viewers, we got some things lined up here. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. Obviously, some things that are happening with PayPal or in various banking institutions being custodials of crypto, as we see more and more of those institutions get involved. And then a billionaire, Mark Cuban, confirms $870,000 worth of crypto stolen from their MetaMask wallet. Just got this in just now from Watcher.guru on Twitter. So you got to be careful out there, guys. Look at what Son of a Tech wrote. First comment, noob. Son of a Tech. Oh, that's good stuff. That's what's up, Matt. But yeah, you just got to be careful. Released a video yesterday where me and Yeti earlier this week went over how, how crappy it is to see various projects, kind of copy and paste, not really optimize their code, not really make sure it's secure, or purposely, fill it with malicious intent, and then therefore, having issues or whatnot, or rug pulls, which is going to become more and more relevant these days. Didn't schedule the stream to just now, so sorry if you didn't get any warning, but it's whatever. I've been really busy trying to get things done. And so, yeah, we're just rocking and rolling. So, yeah, the crypto market, Bitcoin at 26.5 right now, Ethereum at 1.6, BNB at 213, XRP below the 50-cent mark. Toncoin is doing very well, and what's sad is so what? I was late. I hate when projects do this. It's not just Toncoin, it's Polkadot and all kinds of stuff. They set the bar, and then they keep raising the bar, or they keep changing things. And they're like, oh, we gave you enough time to update. We gave you enough time to notify us. We gave you enough time. Like, dude, just come out with a project and focus on building the project you came out with in the first place and stop changing everything. So I got some Toncoin. It's gone. It's lost. Whatever. Don't care. But it's been showing up towards the top of CoinMarketCap and a couple of others. Hopefully you guys got your stuff out. That's why I hate Telegram mining. or mining using a Telegram app as your wallet. It pisses me off. I really hate it. But Toncoin doing good, up 23% over the past 7 days, 12% over the past 24 hours. So anybody who had Toncoin and was able to, pay attention to every single crypto out there and move their stuff, congratulations. I am not, because I got other stuff to do, and me sitting here watching the charts and keeping up with every ounce of news for all the altcoins I'm in. Which, by the way, if you look at the top of CoinMarketCap, it now says 1.8 million plus. CoinMarketCap is including a lot of the coins that are in the DeFi space, and I mean a lot of them. So, and some of those coins are just pump and dumps. Like they're dead. They were good for a little bit, right? People made their money. A lot of people got left holding the bag, and now they're done. And now they moved on to some new project. Again, a lot of copy and paste projects where you're changing the name, the supply, and adding a nice little pretty website. You're pump and dumping, getting your money out, and then you're moving on to the next project. It's just now becoming more relevant, or unfortunately more frequent in the crypto mining space. So just be careful. Hence the video I released yesterday with me and Yeti talking for a little bit about Fulminir project, which was a rug pull, not so much of a pump and dump, just a rug pull. The intent was always there, but I have a feeling, I don't have a feeling, I've seen a trend in that direction in the more proof of work space, unfortunately. So we had a pretty green end of our week, going, from Tuesday to 12th, where we bottomed out at this legacy line of around 25.1K, and then we pumped up all the way to about 26.9, almost hitting that 27K range, and that's almost about a 7% gain, I believe. Yeah, 6.94. So almost about a 7% gain over the week. So this was a green week. We are above, I think that is the 20 EMA, but we're still below the 50 to 100 and 200. So, and then there's so much resistance up here. Like, even if we were to get past these ribbons, pushing up towards this 30K arena is going to be really rough. And there's obviously some new walls that have been put in place since we dropped down from up here and had this Bart Simpson pattern, as you can see. So I'm still playing a long game and just patiently waiting and just stacking sats wherever I can. I am having some issues with my ASIC, though, that I got to get squared away. I got to put my miner on there. Like right now my mining sheet is empty, so I need to put that in there. Because you're going to see in an updated video, there's an issue with the Whatsminer M30S. We had a little bit of a lightning, cause a power outage, or like a brownout, right? So there was the machine became starved for power. Instead of running at maybe 240 volts in that split second, maybe it was running at like 180. And when that situation happens, your equipment might get hurt or might not like it, and it might trigger something. And I will have a troubleshooting guide, because I already fixed it. But again, thank you, JEA. We had another power flicker. And I understand the storms are getting pretty crazy, but the error is back. And so that troubleshooting step, or that troubleshooting process, will be coming out in a future video. Stay tuned to the channel. I will set up the pools and everything that I need to here in just a moment. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let the machine cool down. We'll watch this crypto world from CNBC later. Bitcoin heads for the first back-to-back weekly gain since May, which is what they were talking about here, where we had a weekly gain considering where we were at the beginning of the week till now. Nothing to jump too high, or to get too ecstatic about, but we'll see. Bitcoin price at all-time high will precede 2024 halving, title of the video. This article is saying that, BTC price all-time highs await Bitcoin holders before April 2024, says Bitquant. But what happens after will be even bigger. So usually before a halving, usually there might be a little pump, and then Bitcoin slams right back down. Maybe not to the previous lows, but slams down. And then we start marching towards a new all-time high about a year and some change after the actual halving. I expect the same to happen, but things are a lot different this time, especially as Bitcoin ETFs or various institutions are trying to push these Bitcoin ETFs in, opening the door for the more users to get involved and hopefully push the price up of Bitcoin, we'll have to see. But Bitcoin has a $250,000 target for after its next block subsidy halving, but new all-time highs will come sooner, says some people, or believes that some people, that Bitcoin would reach all-time highs before. Real quick, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody stopping by. Neomorphous 1.0, Automatic Beats, Son of Rabbit Panda, First Time 13, Golden Wolf. What's up, BZ Miner Dev, IEDOC. Son of Rabbit Panda says price will go down. There is a hidden divergence there. Price will go down on what? What's up, Geek of all trades? How you doing? Arubasu, Rud Puts, thank you for stopping by. So, yes, the price will go down. If we're talking about Bitcoin, yes, the price will go down. I have a feeling we're going to push up maybe this upcoming week, but we're just going to come right back down. We're going to be bouncing in between this range for a little bit longer. Maybe we might push up and make a new range and bounce around. Thank you for being a member of the channel, Rudputs, for 7 months. Appreciate you. But long story short, it doesn't matter. All I care about is the long-term price action, and I believe long-term Bitcoin will supersede its almost 70K previous all-time high. Now, that's speculation and my belief, in my opinion, and not financial advice, but I do believe Bitcoin is not going anywhere, blockchain is not going anywhere, and everybody's scrambling to try to get as much Bitcoin as possible. I wish I could have what I had, but it's all good. Just got to start from where you can start. But in the latest post on X or Twitter on September 15th, central banker and Bitcoiner revealed a pre-halving target above the 69K arena. No Bitcoin is not going to top before the halving, he wrote in part of the commentary. Yes, it's going to reach a new all-time high before the halving. Now, I expect it to hit an all-time high or a new all-time high after the halving, not before the halving. But this user thinks differently. Bitcoin has just over 6 months before the halving. The event that cuts miner rewards earned per block by 50% every 4 years. Analysts argue the resulting emission restrictions have impact on Bitcoin's price performance, acting as something of a springboard to advance Bitcoin seeing all-time highs. For Bitcoin, however, that alone is not bullish enough. Not only will Bitcoin beat its current record set in 2021 before next April, it will go on to hit 250K per coin after the next halving cycle begins. No BTC is going to 160K because the magnitude of every pullback is large, he continued. This means it will peak after the halving in 2024, and yes, the target price is 250K. So a little bit of a back and forth here. Speaking of divergence, Bitcoin traders diverge on halving price picks. As Cointelegraph reported, market participants are highly divided when it comes to how BTC price action will play out on the halving or beyond, or before the halving and beyond. Some agree that the higher price levels are possible by April, but plenty of conservative voices remain. Last month, Bitcoin investor and author Jesse Myers dispelled the idea that BTC USD will be traded at 6 figures between now and then. In a subsequent interview with Cointelegraph, meanwhile, Flip, a co-founder of trading suit Decent Trader, gave a pre-halving BTC price ceiling of 46K. Assuming no black swan event, around 35K by the end of the year, and possibly a high of 46K sometime before the halving in Q1 2024 is what they said. Bitcoin traded around 26.4K on September 15th, up 1.3% in September so far, per data from monitoring resources on CoinGlass. And you can see here the time frames in the months, right? So the year, right here on the left, and then the months, and you can see which months are good and which months aren't. So typically, August and September have been notoriously not good for Bitcoin. Usually July, August, September. July is a little bit more greener, but September is definitely a little bit more redder or neutral compared to some of the other areas, right? So now we're getting into October, which is notoriously green. And then we start hitting November, which is a mix of green and red, mostly green. And then we hit into December. Now, here's what happens, and I talk about this pretty much every freaking year if you guys are familiar with the channel, is as we lead into the holidays, we see Bitcoin or crypto take a hit. Why is that? Well, maybe you're on holiday. Maybe you got to cover costs for holiday. Maybe you're trying to sell stocks and close out the year to due to whatever it's called, the tax loss harvesting, or sell some things at a loss so that way it makes up for your gains and blah blah blah. A lot of people do the balancing of the books. Let's just call it that, because I don't know every different strategic item they do. But during the holidays leading up, so after Thanksgiving leading up to December, we usually see a lot of selling pressure. The prices pull it back as people balance their books and do what they need to. Might need to sell some stocks or sell some crypto in order to get back what they put in for XYZ trip, presents, family vacays, whatever it might be. So that's notoriously what I always see every freaking year. But September is usually a neutral month or a negative month, and we're in the middle of it. October should be a lot greener. Could October bring Bitcoin up to, say, 42K? Now, that certainly is possible. However, for us to go from where we are now to, let's just say we start the middle of this, right? So middle of this, 25.7K to, 40K. Like, we're already at 27%. And we're only at 34K. So that would be almost a 40% rise is what I guesstimate if I move the chart here. So middle of this, yeah, 44% rise. So that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't think that's possible, but honestly, with Bitcoin, anything's possible. You always think you know what Bitcoin's going to do, and it does the exact opposite. However, long term and not short term, because I'm not a trading channel where you guys can just watch and get the best signals in the world, even though I do sometimes, well, not sometimes, I'm mostly right on some of my speculation calls. I do believe, similar to what Son of Rabbit Panda is, there's going to be a pullback or dip down. We're going to continue to move sideways, probably in this range, or maybe the next leg up, let's say 26 to 28, bouncing between those two ranges as people continue to sell off and probably buy and sell. I've been seeing a lot of trades between stable coins and like WE for stable coins and maybe another stable coin on a different chain. They've been doing some cross chain, and it's pretty cool what they're doing. I wish I had the automated software that they're using because it's pretty sick. Like the money that they're making, and they're using big money, right? We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. So 764K, they trade 764K USDC to WETH, and then that WETH into USDT or DAI, and they made like 10K off of that trade or some crap. It's crazy what they're doing, and just watching and studying the chain analysis to see some of those trades happen. It's pretty crazy. You guys are blowing Aru, what are you doing? You were blowing up the chat, bro. Okay, the chart you're looking at. Okay, so you were talking about BTC. How is that possible if no one has moved the capital yet? Like if BTC had 250K, then so it's an article. Yeah. So you're disagreeing with the article. There's no human-run institution on the planet who can move so much capital in like a day or something. Okay. So this is Aru Basu in the live chat, basically disagreeing with the article that I just wrote, which I disagreed with as well. So how is it possible that BR is going to buy something like that they haven't bought yet? I think some people are conversing between what's up, Sam Fisher? I think IODC, how is it possible to buy something you haven't bought yet? Haha. Son of Rabbit Panda. Okay, you guys are going back and forth. So everybody's going to have their thoughts on the situation. But it looks like chat's kind of agreeing with me in summary that this article and this statement or speculation of Bitcoin hitting 250K pre-halving is probably not likely to happen, is what it feels like. That's a substantial move, and that is a lot of capital, Aru. It is a lot of capital. So we'll see how things go on. But Bitcoin at 26.4K set for weekly gain, but rallies might continue to be sold. And that's what we've been seeing, right? We might rally today or this week, but then next week we might pull back down and get back down to 25.4, and then we're moving sideways again, and then we might have another rally towards the end of the week and then pull back down. It's just a constant ebb and flow. The crypto began the week with the sizable losses, dipping below 25K for the first time. I hope you guys picked that up. When you saw it around 24.9, 24.8, I did get like $10, nothing big, but just a little bit here, a little bit there. My mom picked up some as well. But it dipped down below 25K for the first time since mid-June over worry bankrupt crypto exchange FTX was soon. What's up, Crypto Mikhail? Thank you, everybody, for jumping on over. Was soon to begin unloading all of his digital assets, which include more than 500 million worth, which is why I started out with Trevor Lawrence, because I wanted to talk to them directly, and hopefully they watched the video. I'm going to tweet that out. Hopefully they watched the video because I wanted to warn them. But SBF or FTX, were their parents enabling them? I think yes, but I haven't read the article. FTX gets court approval to sell crypto assets, so we might see additional selling pressure that might pull us back even further. So remember how I've been saying for the longest time on past Caffeine and Cryptos that I think 20K or 21K is possible? That's where I feel like if FTX is allowed to sell their assets, and I haven't crunched the numbers yet to see what their assets are, us falling from this legacy line, let's say 25.1K to 21.4K is only 14%. I could definitely see FTX doing that in order to square up with any institutions or personnel in which they owe funds to. So I'm keeping my eye on the situation, but obviously Altcoin Daily and Benjamin and a number of others on the crypto Twitter or X will have more inside information than myself. You might want to keep an eye on that, but we might see additional selling pressure now that the court has approved this. The FTX was soon to begin unloading all of its digital assets, which include more than 500 million worth of Bitcoin. While FTX did receive court permission to begin selling, the sales will be measured, obviously, and thank goodness, will be measured and at a certain pace, and it's unlikely to cause a quick tumble in crypto markets. I still think, it'll be like a 26.4 to 25.8, and then a 25.7 to 24.8, and then like those small dips, so and so. Sorry about that. But rallies continue to be sold is the point of this particular article here. The overarching theme in Bitcoin and crypto in general for nearly 4 months now is the speed at which most modest moves higher get reversed. So every time we move up, it gets reversed. As the FTX news this week's demonstrate, while at the moment they don't appear. Who is writing these articles? And while at the moment it doesn't appear that any entities interested in the full-scale dumping of digital assets in the market, remain numerous sellers looking to take advantage of rallies. In addition to FTX, consider other impairing trading firms, lenders, and exchanges, as well as Bitcoin miners. And we had Celsius also move to try to convert all of their altcoin assets into, let's say, Bitcoin or Ethereum or USDC. And my interpretation of that was they drag this out, right? They convert those lesser coins, Polygon, Polkadot, whatever it might be, into the top two digital assets. And so that currency, Bitcoin and Ethereum, pops off. And so now what you had at that time, which was less than the amount you needed to pay back your debtors, you would have more when the Bitcoin or Ethereum rises. So they're trying to stall as long as they can until the next bull market comes, and then they can pay back and try to start up a new project or a new company, which is a bunch of BS. People who failed, excuse me, I don't want to say it that way, because a lot of people fail, and it's all about how you get up and how you survive. But institutions, financial institutions, like the owner of Celsius, the owner of FTX, should not be allowed to get into the game. Right? Should not be allowed to run a financial institution, right? You killed that brand through your own actions. You're a freaking idiot. Back the heck up. But anyways, looks like many of whom 1 year ago were confirmed holders now must sell at least part of their Bitcoin stash each month to help fund their operating expenses. That's true. Right? Maybe some smaller operations, mining farms, whatever it might be, or maybe you're in the DeFi space, you're selling some of your Bitcoin or WETH or ETH in order to continue to pay your employees and your developers because you're not making enough revenue to cover your operating costs and turn a profit. A lot of mining operations fell, but new ones are popping up with new funding and stuff like that. How long they will last, we will see. I did, and I'm just going to be transparent with you. It's really none of your damn business, but I did have to sell a decent portion of my Ethereum. I still have some Ethereum, but I did have to sell a portion of my Ethereum because the way my personal checks from my 9 to 5 came, lined up, the house, and then having to get my family, because I want to take the family to go see, like, my wife wants to go see her dad. My wife they like to go up to Indiana, see their family. That's how I met Not Your Normal Miner. You know, I love my wife's family, really good people. So tickets for that, because yes, we could drive. Gas prices have gone up, and I did the math. The amount of gas in the vehicle that we would use is not too far off, especially the amount of food that we would eat and stuff like that, and preparation and blah, 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 and maintenance. The amount of money going into driving from Jacksonville to Indiana is it is less than flying, but it's not too far off. And it's just more convenient to fly, get up there, have auntie pick us up, go over to grandpa's, spend time with grandpa for the week, catch up with grandma and everybody for Thanksgiving, and then fly back home. So that, because we're getting ready for the holidays, my youngest has his birthday as well, it just didn't line up well, right? So too many things are coming out, especially if you're familiar with the channel. My oldest got T-boned on the way to school, and so we just had to buy a car. So everything is just kind of jumping in, and like I told everybody, chill out, keep your head down, pay down debts, let's focus on moving forward. And the lineup of the checks and everything just didn't work out well. So I had to sell some Ethereum. I still have some Ethereum. I'm not a whale or anything like that. I don't have 32 ETH where I'm a validator or anything like that. I'm just a small guy on a small channel. I've always been grassroots at-home miner. But then I work with some of the big ops to try to help them out in any form or fashion, whether it's consulting, advice, or just helping out. So I'm really just a regular person just like you, which is what I always try to come off as, whereas some of the other people are big timers that are just trying to fake the fakes. That's just the way the game works. No, I'm not hating on it. I understand the game. I just don't want to play it. So yeah, transparency. I had to sell some Ethereum. Secondly, you get the fuck over it. I don't care. So despite the selling pressure, this week's positive news about crypto asset management giant. So now we have another one. Franklin Templeton joined the race to list a Bitcoin ETF, and global lender Deutsche Bank is diving into these custodial and tokenization ramps, which I have an article here where they're planning to hold crypto for institutional clients, right? Because Coinbase is listed as like, I think custodial for what, BlackRock or Grayscale and a couple others. So yeah, of course Deutsche Bank wants to get into the game. Oh no, use us. We're a financial institution. We've been around for such a long time. Don't use Coinbase, even though Coinbase has been around since the dawn of crypto, or almost the dawn of crypto. Don't use them, use us. So yeah, another ETF planned. When those ETFs start popping off though, I do believe that that's going to increase the rise of Bitcoin. Meanwhile, this entire time that the Bitcoin's moving sideways and people are getting bored, the institutions are gobbling up as much Bitcoin as they possibly could get their hands on, guys. Don't let them get everything. Make sure you got a nice little bag. I know it's hard to own at least one Bitcoin, but if you can get to one, then you're doing better than most. I'm in the same boat, considering what I lost. But it just try to stack as much as you possibly can, and clean house if possible. And what I mean by clean house is maybe some of those altcoins you're hanging on to, or some of those products you're hanging on to, aren't going to be around in 2 to 3 years. So should you really hang on to it? Should you just convert it into a known asset that will be around for years? That's up to you to decide. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. All I can tell you is stack as much Bitcoin and Ethereum as possible, because while we're sitting here unable to buy into it because we're paying bills and being responsible, people, we got institutions just grabbing bags, baby, grabbing bags. So how SBF elite parents enabled his crypto empire. Now I'm gonna do a quick poll. This is a Bloomberg article, and it does have, kind of like a spellcaster, 25-minute, I guess, podcast or a little thing. I want to know from you, and this is just personal opinion because nobody here that votes is going to be like held to some certain extent or anything like that. I want to know, was SBF enabled by his parents? So my answer is automatically going to be yes, because that level of influence, that level of you know, I can get you the right connections with the right people at the right time. That was definitely possible only because of his parents. If I had these two as my parents, I probably would have been able to do the same thing, except I would have been smarter because the way my mama raised me as far as doing right by people. If you put your assets in my exchange, your assets are going to be your assets until you trade it, exchange it, or withdraw it. Period. I should not be touching your money. I am just providing a secure location for you to store, trade, exchange, deposit, or withdraw your money. I shouldn't be touching it. All right, so got a couple of things here while we got that poll going on. ERT Ted says, ERT Ted. You know what ERT stands for me and my full-time job? I'll explain that later maybe. Is the cap needed for the ETFs being canceled? Meaning, has the big boys quoted how much the ETFs need to buy in order to open the ETFs? I think some of them have. BlackRock, Bitcoin ETF needs. I think there is a discussion happening about that. I don't know if that's been disclosed though. I don't know if that's been disclosed. I mean, they're talking about the numbers, like what it would bring in, but it's not saying how much they need to hold in order to. That's a good point, ERT Ted. I don't know anybody that has that inside information. I'm not that cool. If we know somebody that knows somebody that says, yeah, BlackRock has to have, you know, freaking 1 million Bitcoin on its balance sheets in order to run this ETF, or you know, Franklin needs to have 2.5 million Bitcoin in order to have, you know, to file their ETF. I don't know. That's a good question. So, Son of Rabbit Panda says, I bet BlackRock will buy. Where did it go? I bet BlackRock will buy BTC owned by FTX over the counter. Oh, for sure. If FTX is allowed to sell their assets, you best believe these ETFs or these institutions are going to be in line, fast pass, skipping everybody else first to try to get that crypto at a discounted rate. So let's say it's at 25 or 26.4K right now, right? They might do it over the counter at 20K or 21K, but because they're buying in bulk or all at once, they'll get a discounted rate. FTX, as long as they get in their money so that they you know, can make their sentence easier or you know, pay back its debtors, then yeah, they're gonna sell at a discounted rate. Son of Rabbit Panda says AI is writing articles. Yeah, it certainly is, and I noticed that. If you read some of these articles, you could tell that AI is writing it instead of a human, or a human's writing it, but then AI is kind of fluffing it up a little bit. So yeah. But do you believe Sam Bankman-Fried's parents enabled them? There's a voting session going on right now. There's only 15 votes, and there's 36 of you watching. Please go vote on that poll. You can go ahead and listen to this. This is on Bloomberg. I'll drop it in the live chat. You can listen to this later if you really want to. But yeah, I think the connections and the people they knew in the political arena, the institutional arena, enabled SBF to go above and beyond. I mean, come on. You were able to get Tom Brady, Giselle, Shaquille O'Neal, Larry, everybody to work with you. And yeah, you paid them. Yeah, you paid them, which is funny. By the way, FTX is working on trying to get their money back, their promotional money that they paid celebrities back, which is ironic to me. So these celebrities are getting sued, right, because of promoting, FTX. And while at the same time, FTX is trying to go after the celebrities and get their money back. They're really in a desperate position, all caused by idiotic leaders, and I don't feel sorry for them one bit. I'm sorry if I'm supposed to feel sorry, but I'm not sorry. I don't know. Like, some SBF was intelligent. He probably is still intelligent. You're just making stupid moves, and you think you can outwit everybody else. You think you're smarter than everybody else. I don't like it when people think they're better than you. Everybody is equal. Yeah, some people might be better because they played the sport for their life, or they, been in IT longer than you have. But that doesn't mean that they should hold themselves to a higher regard and think you're trash. Anybody who looks down on you, whoop their ass. And I'm not talking about physically. I don't want you to get in trouble, go to jail, get arrested. I'm talking about in whatever environment that is. If somebody thinks they're better at you than accounting, then you become the best accountant. If somebody thinks they can run faster than you, then you work on running faster than them. Don't let people look down on you, ever. And at the same time, don't listen to all the noise. It's a bunch of haters. And if you ain't got any haters, you ain't doing it right. So FTX get court approval to sell crypto assets. This is what we were just talking about earlier. With this court approval, we can expect up to $500 million worth of crypto to be sold, or $500 million in just Bitcoin from what we read in the previous article. Is that number correct? We got to take that with a grain of salt. They say they're going to do it at a certain pace, little by little. It may go a lot quicker than maybe some people anticipated, bringing down the price a little bit faster than we're hoping for. They might do it OTC, like Son of Rabbit Panda was just saying. So we'll see how things pan out as the price struggles really to maintain. It's in an upward trajectory this week, but can it maintain? We're in the middle of September. September is either a neutral or negative month leading into October. I think October, we could definitely see us get maybe back into the 27, 28K range. Us to hit 48, 46K by the end of this year, I don't think so. It is possible. I just don't think so. Like, there's a lot of resistance we're going to have to break in order to get to there. And Trevor, as I said at the beginning of the video, just be careful. But yeah, my boy is settled. PayPal rolls out crypto ramps. Franklin Templeton joins the Bitcoin ETF race, which we mentioned earlier, but PayPal rolling out the ramps. PayPal has been like aggressive in the fintech crypto space. Without aggressive marketing tactics, fintech giant, I just said aggressive, and they're saying without aggressive. Okay. Fintech giant PayPal is quietly and consistently venturing deeper into the crypto space, rolling out features, building key partnerships to advance its digital asset strategy. This week, PayPal unveiled new ramps, on-ramps and off-ramps for cryptocurrencies for its clients in the United States. A noteworthy step for the country, particularly as many crypto firms struggle to support fiat crypto conversions since the US SEC began its controversy crackdown on the industry. Oh, let's get rid of Bittrex. Oh, let's get rid of this company. Oh, let's try to crack down on Binance. Why? Because we want our buddy over here to fucking take on the ramps and shit. Bunch of fucking fakes, dude. Anyways, also the deepening ties with the crypto ecosystem and traditional asset manager firm Franklin Templeton, filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF. We already talked about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. This week, Crypto Biz looks at PayPal's crypto gateway, Coinbase Lightning Network integration, and Meta's plans for new AI model. All right, so let's see here. PayPal. On September 11th, new on and off ramps for Web3 payments, allowing users in the U.S. to convert their crypto to U.S. dollars directly from their wallet into PayPal balance. The off-ramp feature is available to wallets, decentralized applications, and non-fungible token marketplaces, and is live on MetaMask. The latest rollout came shortly after PayPal partnered with hardware wallet firm Ledger to provide a new on-ramp integration in August 2023, allowing verified users in the United States to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin directly on their Ledger hardware wallet. That's a cool partnership. I still have my Ledger. I still got my legacy ledger. Didn't update the firmware or anything like that. I think they even rolled that back. I didn't keep up with it after all the crap storm that PayPal dealt with. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna see more and more of this happen. This is easy because my sister won't venture beyond where she is. I want her to get out of Robinhood. I want her to get out of PayPal. I want her to get like at least a Coinbase, or a Harbor wallet, or a Konami, or something. But you know, PayPal's been in the industry for a long time. It's been in the industry for a long time. It's more trusted, right? It's got Venmo, right? So you can easily sell your Bitcoin and get 25 bucks in your account, then Venmo it over to your friend to pay for that bet you lost because you bet on the wrong team or whatever. It's going to continue to get better and better as we have more average users get involved. Now, there's a lot of us, I would say 40 or below, and some of my OGs up there in the 60s that do participate in the ecosystem and have quite a good foundation around them as far as knowledge of crypto, blockchain, how things work, to look out for scam, phishing, all that stuff. But mostly it's the 40 and below. If we could get the door open for like the 35 to 65 range and make it easier for those individuals to participate in crypto or assets or anything like that, I think that would be really cool. And PayPal is just one of those methods. Even though I don't use PayPal, except for maybe I might invoice you and you send me money for the job I just did, because I might use that, or what's the other one? I forgot the other one name. I think it's pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat. So right now the poll, we got 21 votes. 76% say that the parents enabled SBF. Son of Rabbit Panda says SBF parents are in it even now, as SBF is not in jail. Yeah, they're protecting their baby. Oh, my baby, I don't want to see you go to jail. I don't want to see you go to jail. Shut up. Anyways, ERT Ted, my name is from my son. He changed it to this. I've always been Keys Beast on every platform for over 20 years, but when I tell them something wrong, he goes ERT Ed. That's funny. I like that. Well, ERT stands for me, Executive Response Team. That's what that stands for. So I work for the executives. Crap hits the fan. My job is to resolve that crap that hit the fan and get everything squared away. But that's my 9 to 5, which obviously takes up a good portion of my life, because otherwise I would be making content for you every second of every day. But I can't because it doesn't pay enough. Deutsche Bank to hold crypto for institutional clients. We mentioned this earlier, but on September 14th, from Reuters, Deutsche Bank has partnered with Swiss crypto firm Taurus to provide custodial services for institutional clients, cryptocurrencies, and tokenized assets. Taurus said in a statement on Thursday, the partnership means that Deutsche Bank will, for the first time, be able to hold a limited number of cryptocurrencies for its clients, as well as tokenized versions of traditional financial assets, and Deutsche Bank spokesman said. Crypto trading is not in the bank's immediate plans, the spokesman said, and the crypto market has struggled to recover from last year's series of collapse at top firms, which left investors with large losses and prompt lawmakers around the world to call for some more regulation. Still, various mainstream financial firms are talking about the possibility of blockchain, the technology behind a cryptocurrency, to be used in trading and the settlement of traditional financial assets. Various banks, including Standard Chartered, BNY Mellon, and Societe Generale, offered crypto custodial services. As digital asset space is expected to encompass trillions of dollars in assets, it bounds to be seen as one of the priorities for investors and corporations alike, says Paul Malley, Deutsche Bank's global head of security services. Our focus is not just on cryptocurrencies, but supporting our clients and overall digital asset ecosystem. U.S. regulators have warned banks to be on guard for liquidity risk from crypto-related clients. Our product is designed, and the nature of custody for clients will make sure that there isn't risk of contaminating the bank's other activities. So the crypto blockchain asset space is completely separate from traditional banking operations, which is good, because if one collapse, you don't want to have another one happen. Even though, here's the funny thing though, even though they're two separate things and one may not impact another, if for whatever reason, and by the way, if you're talking to me, please send me a super chat or at me. But I see there's a lot of, like, Aru, you keep doing you. Like, I see you're communicating and talking with the colleagues. What's up, Tech Man? saying that it goes deeper than parents. It's very political. According to the firm, the poll that I put up is what Techman's talking about. But if you're trying to get my attention, at or super chat. Otherwise, I think you're just speaking to one another, which is all good. I'll read some of what you wrote here in just a minute. But yeah, if, say for example, something happens, there was a major dip, people that have their crypto assets in Deutsche Bank, or people that don't even have assets crypto in Deutsche Bank, they just have traditional banking services, whatever Deutsche Bank offers. If there's a catastrophe, a black swan event on the crypto side that does impact Deutsche Bank's crypto enterprise, there still could be a run on the traditional side because people are worried. Like when people start to panic, it doesn't matter if, oh, no, we're fine. No, they'll just run right past you and go do whatever they want to do because, you know, they hear whatever story or news or whatever. Like people get really emotional and then act irrational, unfortunately. But it's just the world we live in. 3 big drivers determining the future of crypto. This is an opinion piece by Kristen Smith. I'm not going to comment too much on it, but I do believe that after the political election here in the United States of next year, plus the Bitcoin halving, will be when we start our trajectory towards the new all-time high. Again, it could take up to a year. It could take 7 months. It could take a year and 6 months. But either way, after the halving, following the traditional progression of things and how Bitcoin has been active for many, many, many years, despite new investment, new investors, new individuals, new users, new miners, new validators, new everything, it continues to follow the same trend. We'll see if things don't speed up a little bit because of the Bitcoin ATH, but I still believe that we're looking 2024, late 2024, so Q4 2024 or Q1 2025 is when we might march towards those new all-time highs. However, I am completely wrong. I am just a guy on the internet. I just look at the charts. I just study the chain analysis, and I've been in the space for a hot minute. Don't forget, by the way, that on September 30th at 3 p.m., you're going to have Michael Carter, Bits Be Trippin', Matt, Son of a Tech, and Voscoin on with me at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about Ethereum, how crypto mining has changed 1 year after the Ethereum merge. Son of a Tech has already talked about it. I think Bits Be Trippin' has already talked about it with their individual communities. But I want to get all of us together to talk about what's changed, like, right? So the different viewpoints that everybody has. What have you seen change? How has mining changed? What trends are you seeing? So on and so forth. So if you're interested in that, we got a 1 hour conversation live with you guys listening on this channel with 3 OGs in the space. So stay tuned for that. I do want to plan a Twitter space. So right now on that same day at 10:30 at night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do have a Twitter space scheduled for the crypto mining community. And I'd be interested to have you guys join us. I know that might overlap some of my fellow colleagues in the, live streaming on YouTube. But if you guys want to come on stage and talk for a little bit, as long as you're respectful, not yelling, not obnoxious, and not pushing your viewpoints onto others aggressively, then let's have a conversation. Let's get the crypto mining together, the crypto mining community together and talk. Now, I do have a online community on Twitter. If you're interested in joining, let me go ahead and bring it up for you. That I still need to approve, like some new people, because they're people are coming in, but they're like, not really real, I guess you could say. Like they're fake accounts or whatnot. But I do have this community on Twitter if you're interested in joining. I want to see more people posting stuff in here. Right now it's me and just a handful of others. Vendors. Maybe there's a new trick you found. Maybe you modified an ASIC. Maybe you modified an FPGA. Maybe the hottest news. Like, I don't mind K-Dub and Bitcoin Zombie. I post him sometimes, like, as far as, like, intelligent and intellectual updates regarding trends and stuff like that. I do not mind it whatsoever. So, if you're interested in join. I will try to do my best. I have some moderators in here. And then I will have a Twitter space just keep an eye out on my Twitter. Just follow me on Twitter. I might move it to tonight. I might move it to next Saturday at night. But I just, I'm going to overlap somebody, and there's nothing I can do to avoid that. So just be mindful of that. Thank you for your advice. I don't even know what I said. Son of Rabbit Panda says, thank you for your advice. I don't even know what I said. But is Bitcoin mining really greener? Here's what's going on. Yeah, Bitcoin mining is greener than a lot of people anticipated. I know a lot of people have been, not people, but a lot of various entities have been painting it into a darker light. But just like we saw in various places where curtailment needed to happen because the power grid was overstretched and needed to get power to specific areas, these facilities were able to turn off and provide that relief for that area or company or whatever it might be. But yeah, Bitcoin energy is a lot greener than people think. And we'll may not talk about it on the 30th, but we'll see. Bitcoin hash rate and emissions. So let's see here. What's the blue line? This is Bloomberg Intelligence. So emission megatons. Okay, so this is CO2. The megatons has dropped. So around 40 megatons, I think is what this is. That what this is right here? Hash rate has gone up. So we're getting greener. We're doing better. We're pushing power companies to work with data centers and others to try to improve the infrastructure and stuff like that. By the way, video coming out, crypto miners, be aware, not beware, but be aware of what could happen in the future regarding cost of electricity and mining profitability. Check that out Monday. Have that dropping on the channel. But yeah, things have gotten better. Things are getting greener. The ESG mix is getting better. They may not be 100% renewable, but they have a good mix of maybe 40% renewable, 30% liquid gas, and then, whatever percent fossil fuels, whatever it might be. But that mix and that sustainable energy mix that they're doing is getting better and better, as you can see from this chart here, versus the Bitcoin price versus the emissions. So I think it will continue to improve. I think the mindset of Bitcoin or mining having just being this god-awful thing that's making the energy crisis worse, while there's some merit to that argument, it shouldn't be used as the crutch of the argument. It shouldn't be like, oh, well, we were on target and then you came around and messed it all up. It's like, no. We were nowhere near on target. We need to do better. And how can we use this boom of crypto mining to elevate our game and improve our overall, reduce our impact on the environment, but improve our overall scheme. So we'll see how things go. But that's pretty much the show, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and get my ASIC set up. There is 1.8 million cryptos out there, and all I can say to you is be absolutely careful because DeFi space can be crazy. There's a lot of fake scams, phishing, pump and dump scams. As the proof of work arena is no different. It's becoming more frequent, and you need to be careful what you get into. I know spec mining was very popular. I still spec mine, but I do it in such a way to where I mitigate my losses. Or if I did take a loss, it doesn't really do anything because all I did was spend electricity. Whereas I'm not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a token and then getting left holding the bag. I still have a lot of tokens where I lost out on, and I still have those wallets. The projects are dead, so there's nothing I can do with it. And I learned from those past experiences to help move me forward into the future. But don't forget, September 30th at 3 p.m., you got Bitsby Trippin', Son of a Tech, Bosscoin, and myself to just catch up, talk, see how things have changed for crypto mining over the past year since the Ethereum merge. Son of a Tech, like I said, I already did a video on it if you want to go check that out, or a conversation about it. And I'll have a crypto mining meeting where I want you guys to come join us on stage on Twitter. So make sure to follow me on Twitter. I hope you have a great football weekend. I'm glad football is back. College is looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to tonight as well. Prime, people need to stop giving Prime ammo. They just need to stop. Don't talk, don't run your mouth, don't say anything slick, because every time you do, Prime and his boys get hyped up and they're gonna hurt you. So just don't talk. If you face the Colorado Buffaloes, just don't say anything. Don't talk out of turn. Be respectful, be humble. Maybe your guys will prove Prime and his guys wrong, but everybody keeps giving them damn ammo. So I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Matter of fact, who is going on? Is anybody going on next? Is Red Panda going on next? I think Red is still on vacation. Let's see here. So Rabbit Mining's at 1 p.m. We do have Dizzy Miner.
YouTube.
Kind of showing us the Caspa. Let's check out the Caspa hash rate. So Caspa and Raven.
Out of market Sunday.
But no Red Panda today. All right, so where are we at with Caspa? 604, 634, 654. What's our power draw? Ooh, 258. Ugh. Yikes. 254 at 258. You gotta measure that. We gotta measure that at the wall. Is this the 4060 that he's testing? 4060 Raven. 25.28. 25.93. Power draw 242. Yeah, I'm sorry. These cards don't excite me. It's almost 26 mega hash at 242 watts. Yeah, these cards don't excite me. But thank you, Dizzy Mining, for providing that information. I was going to buy one, but I decided against it because financially it just doesn't make sense and it wouldn't draw much interest. The GPU mining isn't as profitable, so therefore the views would have been down. I wouldn't have recouped my money for it. I made an executive decision. However, if you guys get one, and I know some people have hit me up offering, I'll be interested in being able to remote in and run my gamut of benchmarks so I can do what I do on Reddit. And that's pretty much it. So you all have yourself a wonderful day. Please do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date. As well as check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. Don't forget, I think there's 7 or 6 days on the Gleam.io giveaway for the RTX 3060. If you have not entered, go enter. I'm giving away a Asus ROG Strix RTX 3060 to one lucky viewer subscriber. So go click the link in the description. Go get it. Good luck to you. And I just hope you have yourself a wonderful day and a great weekend, okay? Take care. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.